Psalm 119, verse 95. Li kivu reshaim le'abdeni edotecha et bonan. We get here at the beginning li, so we have to me, or we might have for me, depending on the context. Remember that the Hebrew does not have a lamed that means to, and a lamed that means for, and a lamed that means toward. It has a lamed. So I'm going to go with for me just because I know where I'm headed with this, but for me, and then we get the verb here. This is a PL perfect 3CP. Notice the shuric ending. The verbal root is kof vav he, kava, which could be to hope. And as a 3CP, we would get they hope. So we might want to go initially, they hope for me. But once we find out who the they are, it's the reshaim, the evil ones. This probably has in mind the context of lying in wait, some kind of negative outcome. So the evil ones, they lie in wait for me. Next, we get the purpose clause, why they are lying in wait, and it's a PL infinitive construct. Notice the patach and the dagesh there for the PL. Verbal root is avad, to perish, and as a PL, this would be to make perish, or BDB even calls it the causative of the call. So if the call is to perish, then in the PL it would be to make perish or to cause to perish. So we have here the evil ones lie in wait for me to cause me to perish, or to destroy me, we might say. Your testimonies, edah, here we have plural testimonies. Notice the edot with a 2ms suffix. Your testimonies, I consider. Now, this verb is a little bit interesting. It is a hitpolal. So I'm going to spell this out here because that'll help us. Hitpolal, which is essentially a hitpael of a hollow verb. So the root here is beit yod nun. And what happens is it reduplicates this letter, which is the nun here, where we get the hitpolal. And you can see o lal in the vowel forms there as well. It is an imperfect 1CS, and essentially what happens is it takes the verbal root here to understand, beit yod nun, to understand, and gives it this hitpael reflexive internal deliberation idea that would be something like I consider, or I think about, I bring to my mind with understanding. But it's a hitpolal, one of those rare verbal stems. So the whole thing we get here, the evil ones, they lie in wait for me to cause me to perish. Your testimonies I consider.